Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Life with Alex. And have you subscribed to my channel? In case you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Also turn on your notification bell. You get to be notified each and every time I have a new video up on YouTube.
Kama ibada.
And I will allow my co-host to introduce himself.
My name, as usual, haibadiliki. Isaiah, the designer. Leo nimetoka site, job.
Kuna apron.
Man, once in a while, me I help my guys. As in, si vizuri pia kwa, I'm not a boss. I'm a leader. I like working with my people vizuri. So my name is Isaiah, the interior designer, and welcome to our channel, Life with Alex. And today we have, what's the conversation today? We want to talk about us.
Yeah.
What we do. Other than this, we still have other ventures that we are in.
Yeah, we are in the interior design world.
Industry.
Yes, the industry itself. So we work together
a lot.
So first thing first, let's start by saying what we have and what we do in terms of like interior design. Maybe you could get to tell the people, like, maybe we have a couple of units here and there, like furnished apartments. I
think for starters, to start, the name of the company. We have a company called Studio Interiors Limited, and we have offices in Kilimani, Cabernet Gardens, and we also have another office along Muranga Road. It's called Wakika House. And we are into designing, like getting the client's mind, and probably, getting the client's mind and delivering what we believe is in their mind, and also helping some who do not have an idea get the idea. So we would basically go visit a client's space. A space would be either it's a restaurant, a hotel, house, name it, a hospital. We are full interior designers. So we come visit the site, see what the client has, and in this case, when seeing what the client has, we call it a brief. The client will tell you what they want or what they're expecting from you as an interior designer. From that, we'll go now, sit down, and do something called a mood board, like share ideas, sketches that will probably click or resonate with the client to have a direction of what the client is thinking or they're relating to. Then after that, now we'll do the actual design. After the actual design, we'll come and do a presentation to the client. We'll have still photos, we'll have renders, which we'll present to the client to just show them their space in an idea, like a photorealistic image of their space, the way it will be after the work. Upon this, we'll sit. Once we agree with the client that the ideas are in order, we'll do a quotation. After the quotation is now when we decide, when we're hitting the ground. Now that will be a discussion between us and the client. Yeah. Then other than that, we thought at times when we're idle, when we don't have projects, we thought to also venture into this business called Airbnbs. So we have a couple of units. We have a couple of units in Kilimani. We have a couple of units in South Bay. We'll definitely share photos of that. So we thought, why don't we take also the small knowledge you have or the vast knowledge you have into spaces that would want people to relate with. So people who want short stays, long stays, people who are looking for a place to host visitors coming would share with you the Airbnbs we have.
We'll share the contact
and the location and when you're ready. Our contacts are normally there.
It's very siandikangi. Yes. They'll be
contacts for basically the contacts that are there are both for the company Studio Interiors and also for our Airbnb. And we also have other partners that are normally behind the scenes, but we are with the
we are the face of the brand.
Yes. We push the company. Yes, the brand. The original brand, but a lot is done behind the scenes, and that is where our people come in. The people that we celebrate that have made us get to where we are, and also our customers. Now it comes to the Airbnbs. Thank you for also being.
We do appreciate the support we've been getting from our friends through this platform of YouTube. We don't take it for granted. We want to say thank you, Sana, and for in case you need accommodation across actually Nairobi, you can just get to reach us. I'll leave our contacts, both my contact and his contact, either on the description box or rather here somewhere on the screen. So, and today we have questions
that were being asked by
yes,
director.
by the,
Yeah,
yes,
because
yes.
they
In
keep on
regards to
asking
interior
us,
design.
"Uko busy tu tukiongea mambo mengine, why don't you talk about what we do?" Now
Yes.
today we're discussing about what we do.
Yes.
Over to you.
Yes,
Madam Director.
So first and foremost,
Uh-huh.
if I'm coming to give you business,
Yes.
I also need to know
Mhm.
the inspiration behind you wanting to be an interior designer or you wanting to venture into this business. So just take me through the inspiration around interior designer, you as a person.
Okay, I think now being the founder,
Yeah.
I would want to tell you. Originally, I did not want to become an interior designer. I studied so hard because I wanted to be an architect. So I failed kidogo, si sana, sikuanguka sana. I missed 2 points. I think it was 42 to get to university,
Yeah.
either JKUAT or Nairobi University. However, I had my supporting brother, my cornerstone was my dad. My dad pushed me. He really told us when growing up that you need to do careers that you won't retire. That was the word. I mean, wazee wa kitambo walikuwa wanaogopa kuretire juu ya kurudi mshago. So he pushed me to take a course that I will not retire, like retirement will be death. Hiyo tu kufe kama unafanyanga kazi yako. So daktari, name it, another career. So in this case, my dad wanted me to be an architect. And I think he instilled it in me, and I love the fact that he wanted me to be an architect, and I worked towards it. So when I failed to get that, I tried to do, not tried, I went and did a diploma while I was revising my course for different course at the university. So I was doing a diploma at Kenya Polytechnic then. It was offering architecture diploma. Now it's a university. I need to go revise my diploma to become a degree.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, so I revised my course and got an opportunity at Maseno University. Went and studied interior design, something that I'll tell you, I never regretted going to study. And to date, I smile because of the interior design. That's where my inspiration came.
So for me, my inspiration came from like I think 3 years ago after I joined like an interior design company.
Then I poached you.
And then you poached me like like we used to I think we've given that story before. We used to work together. So I think creating different spaces, different environments, like gave me an idea. Probably I fell in love with like creating homes, building up like maybe new designs and stuff like that. I think my inspiration came from that. After that,
then I'll add something. You know, how the society treats this in a male-dominated
industry.
Yeah, we felt at times also going and having a perspective from the feminine side.
Yeah,
was very important. And you know, we just picked somebody who has knowledge, and they're not just knowledge. Kuna isura. That's the face of the company. Sasa maaze kazi tu hatangi, tukifika job client anaona hivi anaona yenyewe.
No, are you trying just to say I bring the face?
No, you bring the face,
okay,
expertise, so they believe you when they see you and they say, "I'll give you a beautiful home." They can see where the beauty comes.
Really?
Yeah.
You first see before you believe.
Hey, that is it.
Sawa. Yeah. That's our inspiration.
So, given it's a very wide industry field, do you specialize, say, in residential, commercial, or both?
We do both. We're not biased. To us, work is work.
Yes.
Like I said, be it a hospital, be it a restaurant, be it a shop, even a small shop.
Yeah.
We cut across. So we can't say that we're commercial.
I'm a residential. Yeah.
You'd have a client who you've done for work at their residential house and they want some works maybe in a commercial space they have somewhere. And the commercial space can also be maybe like now our Airbnbs, like apartments that they're renting out, furnished apartments. So it cuts across. And our specialization, we don't like go overboard. Once we share the link and what we do, we like specializing in a couple of things so that we also don't overdo or underdo. Yeah.
So I think what happens is like the client gives us like the vision, then we get to bring the vision into the reality. So we don't have like a specific like area like we deal with, maybe at a residential we can do all.
Maybe we are Kenyans.
Yes.
Kazi. Bora iko interiors tutafanya.
And bora we deliver and we deliver.
Yes. I'm sure there will be testimonials on the comment section. We have clients that we've done for work and they've really supported us. And we'll also share our profile, and our profile has basically works that clients have allowed us to showcase. You know, not everybody wants to showcase their works unless it's a public space, shops and all that. they would want to keep it confidential.
Yes.
How do you approach working with clients who don't know what they want?
Hey, it's normally tough, but it ends up being the people that you would love working with. At times working with people who already know what they want is easy. Again, it can also be frustrating depending on how the approach is. But for clients who do not know, it's a journey to showcase what your experience in the design field is all about. And trust me, these are the times you get. Some of these people tell you, "I understand the beautiful tiles in Turkey." You get trips, my friend. So I'm not saying it's a bad way. You get exposure, and through these trips, again, you get to learn more than what you already know.
Yeah.
So working with people who do not know and do not have idea,
it's a whole experience by itself.
Actually, one of the best experiences is that, because you take them through the design process, you can actually start from the bubble diagrams.
Yes.
You enjoy now what you went to school to do. When you get a client who already knows what they want, you start at a certain level. It's easy, but the one that does not know, it also takes you back to your books. You remember so much that you've learned in school.
So would you say what would be the most challenging projects you've worked on that your clients would allow you to share? People who just want to know, like,
there's a client we did for in Ronda. I remember that client.
Yes.
Hey, this client has a beautiful home. But my friend, for him, it was not about what we specialize in. It was giving a turnkey project. Like, I want this shell to be as beautiful as what you've drawn, regardless of whether you do it or not. And you said, could you mention names? It's a big house. It's a big house in Karen. In Runda. We'll share the photos of what we did, from the lawn to the interiors, to the bathroom, to the accessories in the bathrooms. I mean, it was beautiful. And you can imagine the value of the property or the value of the house when you speak. It was an abandoned house which we demolished, did some alterations and all that. What is the end product of what he bought maybe for a couple of millions has not even tripled. It's more than tripled.
Yeah.
The house value right now is about, if I'm not wrong, 600 million easily.
Yeah.
Everything that is inside that house is top notch. That is one of the most challenging, and probably not even the best. One of the ones that I look back and say, you know what, it was worth the experience.
You did a good job in that project.
Yeah. We'll share some images, just a couple, the ones that is allowed us to share.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to know, how did you handle the creative disagreements between you and the client?
Advantage is he's a guy who's well traveled, so he'd share images of what he was looking at. But again, remember, as much as we get our clients and they already have ideas, not all ideas that you download work with your space.
Very true.
Yeah. So for him, he tried as much as possible to get ideas that would relate to this space. And again, remember, for a client, he has a wife, so there are ideas for both sides. And at the end of the day, we were able to meet at a level ground. And again, now having the face of the company, they're able to relate.
I also feel like the client is an in between of, like, he knows what he wants and he listens. Like where he needs advice, like where he needs the advice, he's going to take the advice. Where he feels like sort of, I need it to go this way, he was sort of like a very cooperative kind of like
but
client.
At the end of the day, there's a part he had his way.
Yeah.
So furnitures, if you see the furnitures, I would be honest, that was not us, but he also had a taste.
Yeah.
We had to fit in our style. Yeah. So some we allowed him to just take a free hand. He did what he wanted, especially with the furniture.
So how do you handle sourcing materials and working with contractors? And in this case, let's talk both locally and internationally.
Wow.
No. Actually, I throw that ball to you.
So sourcing materials. See, now what I've realized, when sourcing materials, there are two ways we go about it. There are the clients who tell you it's a turnkey project, so everything is being sourced by you, and you're implementing the work. And in most cases, because we are contractors, so we don't work with other contractors. There are times we partner for projects where we just come after the shell has been done. The projects where we start from scratch, we build from scratch and to the finished turnkey projects. Now, for sourcing of materials, we try and promote local businesses because at the end of the day, some stuff you buy from outside do not conform to the standards here. Or let's say, for example, during the shipment and all that, by the time the items get here, they're damaged.
Yeah, they're broken.
How do you go about that?
Yes.
You see, now that is on us. And instead of buying excessive buying because we anticipate there'll be breakages, I prefer sourcing from the local market. It's best, and also it creates a rapport with suppliers. There are times when finances are not good and projects have to move. You depend on these local suppliers to be able to push.
Also, it makes it easier when it comes to something like maybe you're doing repairs. Like there are some things like maybe you could get to import from outside, but when it comes to after a while you're looking for something to replace, like you don't find it like maybe locally
or something that they're not in harmony.
Yes.
And especially people import things from the US market.
Yeah.
Especially electronics. They're not compatible. You either have to step down or step up power, things like that, to be able to work with those. So we prefer working with things in the local market because now at least we're sure of the guarantee and the warranty.
So something also I feel like people would want to know is, what's your typical project timeline like?
Okay. Typical project timeline. Design, I give design a maximum of 10 days from the moment you've agreed with the client with ideas to design and to do the presentation. That is between 7 to 10 days. We've delivered the design and the renders.
Yeah.
But project scope.
Actual project.
Project scope, again, depends on, I cannot take a hotel project, use the same timeline with the residential houses.
Yeah.
But I prefer working for residential houses 3 months. Hotels, because they have different phases and different specialities in them, they go up to even 1 year or even more.
Yeah.
Shops, would deliver shops within a month, turnkey project.
Yeah.
Hospital and hotels, I put them in the same category. So depending on the projects, they range between a month. Now, depending on how, if hotels, airports, things like that, they take so much time because the other specialities involved.
Also, it also depends on the budget, the capability maybe on the budget
the muscle
allocated.
power,
Yes.
Because at times you find the muscle reduces at some point.
Yes.
Projects will stall, but all factors constant. We try and work in the shortest time possible.
Yes.
Because also for us, the delivery time is an advantage. It's also a plus. Clients will say, "Yeah, I gave them the job; they're able to deliver within a certain duration."
Very true.
So, given we live in a very busy world where we are right now, do you offer virtual consultations or just in person?
Wow, that's a good one. We have diaspora clients. Like a friend of which we studied with in primary school called me the other day, and we've done a couple of meetings with him online. I have another one in the US. I'm doing for him a project in Tika Greens. I have a client who's in the US as well. He's doing a hotel in Migingo. I have a client in Sweden doing apartments in Ruiro. Yeah. So in this case, because they're not able to travel back and forth, we do virtual meetings. And because I think 3 of them, the families are also there. Yeah. So we are just the representative for them around here. Plus now the legal side, we have their lawyers just to make sure that things are done as agreed.
So as we are almost coming to a close, I want you specifically, it's both a lady and a gentleman, but I want you to demystify the biases around, I could be wrong, I'm just asking, the biases around interior designer being a career that is highly dominated by ladies, and how that is impacting you as a gentleman and you
as a lady.
Well, now that one, I would say this. Ooh, that's a tough one. As much as people imagine that the market is dominated by the ladies, there's a perception. I always want to believe there's a career that has been slotted in interior design, and you'll hear somebody saying, "I'm an interior designer," yet they're interior decorators. Yes. So I'd say the interior decorators is a industry that is dominated by women. But the interior designers, I think, is opposite. It's a career dominated by men. However, women will always get an upper hand. I think it's biased, but unfortunately, we fight within. And now, over time, we've realized partnerships make this work become better. And the reason why we also thought to bring her on board the company, as a face of the company, if there's that bias by the client that they would want to offer a lady the job, we have our face of the company.
Yeah.
And in most cases, we do the actual physical work, like design and all that.
Then she gets to get to represent. Yes,
she represents the company, which she does a good job. She's also skilled in her way,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that notion is not 100% because I believe the decorators are many.
Yeah.
There are very few male interior decorators, but there are very many men who are interior designers because I think it's more of a practical course. So most women would shy off from the practicability of the course, so they prefer the softer interior decoration.
So having worked with this guy for quite some time,
Probably
having worked with Isaiah for some time,
oh my gosh,
this is what I can say. The people who are doing interior design from a perspective of passion,
yes,
like you feel you have the taste, you feel you have, like you can do design, you know, you don't need like to consult someone. But working with someone like you, I know you're someone who has been in like in a class, you know the ins and the outs of like interior design.
Exam,
yes,
exam, education, exam, and there's another 3 E's for you to be a professional in something.
Yes. So what we have is like, I have not like been in a class of interior design. He has been in there. So we incorporate both of like the I have like taste, like when I test, I have like tasting to find things and
the fact
that
you
to
also
details.
worked in
Yes.
interior design company for a while.
Yes.
There's also the knowledge that you got through the experience. Because you not only sell the products or sell the
Very
company,
true.
you also have to have knowledge about what you're selling. And by the time you start having the knowledge,
Yes,
the passion comes in automatically.
Yes, so they, of course, there's that biasness, like, but for you need to look into what you want to achieve by the end of the day. You know, like for example, if it's something like you to do with gypsum and stuff like that, like you have like an expert who is going to do that. Otherwise, most of the people who are doing design, it's just the pieces, the picking and placing of the pieces, but not the back end of, like, for example, when it comes to design. So I tend to think, give or take, yeah, it's a female sort of female decorators were wengi. Yes, there are so many. The interior designer, most of they're mostly guys.
Because there's a part in interior design which I strongly believe is very important.
Yeah.
Methodology.
Yes.
And methodology goes from, I think, with the courses that you do in school, and I'm sure interior designers can attest, that's building a model, creating a model. It already shows you, while you'll be doing that project, you already know the process that is entailed. And like somebody who has passion for putting pieces together,
yes,
the methodology will always be tricky. And that's why I think that the ladies dominated interior decoration is where pieces are put together. But when it comes to men, the interior design is more of
the technical
methodology, the technical aspect of the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't just put all this conversation within a 20 minutes conversation. So people maybe would want to reach out to you and see if we can continue this conversation on the platforms, so you can have people know.
I think definitely we will also have like another episode when interior design is so wide. Yes,
we can't even finish it in every other episode.
Yes,
we can have 1,000,001 episodes because there's always something new about interior design. And remember, design is about trendiness. There's something that will be trending right now. In a few days will not be trending.
Very true.
That is the same with design. There's styles that will cut across. At one point, everybody will be in it. And the Kenyan market, we like the things that are trending, like
the in thing.
Yeah. So it's not a conversation can exhaust. So you can reach us on the platform.
Yes.
Like, we'll share a couple of images of what we've done.
Yes.
And we'll also share our Airbnb so that you can see. Then above that, reach us on our personal contacts there.
Yeah, we will leave our contacts.
Alex or me with regards to interior design or the Airbnbs. We'll be happy to help you and work with you.
This has been quite an interesting episode.
You look formal. For the very first. We just wanted to show you guys.
Sometimes
we also need to apply.
Yeah, very true.
Topics that are paining. This is something that we love doing.
Yes.
And we want to show you that we also serious when it comes to the other ventures.
Yeah.
It's been nice engaging with you guys.
I know.
Wale wanajua Kenya nafanya, asanteni, just comment below there. Those people who do not know what I do, and rather what we do, that is what we do, other than just sit and do our content passion.
Yes. thank you for this episode. So for those who haven't like subscribed to to the channel, kindly.
Kama ibada.
Yes. Actually, we are at 700 and something. Actually, see, you make us at a reach 1,000 for this video specifically, an interior design
Why
video.
not? Why not?
Yeah,
you should.
so-
I don't want to mention them, but I know that the person who will push this video is you.
I know.
Just you, not any other person. What's up?
Yes, so subscribe, be on the comment section, tell us, ask us like maybe questions. Do you have like questions when it comes to interior design? What would you want to see like more
What do you want to hear?
What do you want to
one
hear?
episodes when we talk about interior design. Otherwise, we like life with Alex.
Yes.
More about what happens in our lives.
Yes.
Around us.
Yes.
So,
And we enjoy doing things.
Yeah. You have you have the link to our profile, which you can see, and you'll have images showcasing, rather showing you works we've done, and also the properties that we are letting out as Airbnbs.
Yes. And thank you guys for those who have always been here. Life with Alet. It's all good vibes and inshallah. So, and until next time, bye. Your adventure starts here at Steilostays, where modern living meets a touch of elegance, a fairy tale escape for all dreamers of all ages. Contact us today for both your short-term and long-term stays anywhere around Nairobi, and we are ready to host you. Here are some of the projects from Studio Interiors. We are not just building rooms, but we create masterpieces that tells the story. For both commercial and residential projects, contact Studios Interiors. It's time for a design intervention.